It's Maestro Politico. It's Saturday, Sabado, right? So I wanted to show you a couple of things. We'll get to Bondi, Pam Bondi in a moment, but this is the stuff I posted. Now, this is actually here. This is the entire Trump JD Vance Zelensky meeting. There's the exchange. And this is from Forbes Breaking News, Forbes, Forbes. Breaking News, they have the entirety of that meeting. I think Right Side Broadcasting, up until maybe a couple of years ago, had the Michigan Supreme Court exchange. Remember the one that SNL made fun of, which I thought was very strange because SNL made fun of the man. They bit the hand that fed them, okay? Rudy Giuliani, who maybe he had an affair 30 years ago, but 24 years ago, he was there with first responders when those towers fell. Okay. Then you fast forward to 2020 and everybody doesn't care. They just make fun of him farting. Oh, he's got bad hair dye that runs like mascara. He's always farting. But that SNL skit was such a dramatic contrast to what that 5 hours was. Watching that clown show that was the Supreme Court of Michigan. You watch it unedited. It was great. I don't know if it's out there. Hopefully somebody saved it and reposted it because it's such a circus. And it was an important step in history. But Forbes Breaking News has the 1 hour, or actually, was it an hour? About 40 something minutes, 49 minutes. From the very start, from the start where the first camera comes on, Trump is extremely close up and he backs and then zooms away and we see to his left hand side JD Vance, and you got Marco Rubio and some other people, and you got that cunt face. It looks like Lois Lane with her purple blazer from CNN. Okay, she's over here, where to Trump's far left. Then Trump's right, you got Zelensky, and you got some other people, and there was a one reporter, and this one reporter was asking about Poland. Now, what the guy was saying was that he was a child of Poland in the years that followed World War II, the end of it. World War II, Poland was part of the Nazi regime. Okay, it's the sort of the birthplace of Magneto from the X-Men, right? Um, Poland was a place, it had Nazi history. So Russia and Stalin got a hold of it. Joseph Stalin got a hold of it, and it had been in occupation. I asked the Grok, and for years, so after a series of events through machinations of the United States, and it was, let me see, hold on, I'll have to read the whole thing here because I have to know my history here. There was the containment policy, the Marshall Plan of 48, NATO, support for dissidents, but it was the collapse of communism in 1989. So that's what happened. So after 1989, Poland became a free country. It was no longer under communism. And I think what Trump wants to do, what I hope Trump wants to do, is circumvent 45 years, right? Not have to go through 45 years for Ukraine to be at peace. I think Zelensky wants more war. That's what I think. Now, I got into a fight with somebody. Hello, Rome. I know we're not talking to each other much at all, but when I told you to do the research, Rome, I told you to do the research. That doesn't mean look at your like-minded friends' tweets or look at Blue Sky or Threads or Mammoth or that was a Mastodon or what your uneducated equal mind. You said some things about girls not playing video games. You had to apologize on one of your Twitch streams. Okay, so if you can be wrong about girls and video games, we can all be wrong about stuff, and I've been wrong before about things, but not on this. And I saw something on Threads where it's this AI of Zelensky punching Trump in the face. Yeah, really? Is that funny? That's funny to you? I mean, I said might as well just punch JD Vance because he's the one that kind of changed the direction. All through those 39 minutes, it was basically people asking back and forth questions. The reason I brought up the Poland was because the last reporter brought up Poland, and yes, it took 45 years. How will this be better with Ukraine and Russia versus Russia and Poland? And so the last guy that asked about it after the CNN reporter, after what's her face, the guy was asking about it. So Trump answered, and he was going to move on. But J.D. Vance stepped in and then continued that conversation. Then that had Zelensky and Trump and Vance at each other's throats. And Trump got mad. He said, "Don't tell us how to feel. Oh yes, you will feel the sun. You will feel the sun." And no, don't tell us how to feel. And so that's when everything went shit crazy. Okay, and things did not go well. But it's like Megyn Kelly. Yes, Megyn Kelly. Didn't she do the blackface Halloween stuff? I watched that. It was not that bad. It was not. It was not Michael Richards Part Two. That's not what it was. I watched that whole thing unedited. I had to watch her make that apology in a moment in history. But everybody talked bad about her, and she knows that. Now Megyn Kelly makes way more money than NBC, than CBS, than ABC, than CNN, than Fox, than KCET. Okay, that's it. So she's doing way better than they are. And if you want to talk about everybody on the same page against Trump, Joy Reid, a black woman of color, and as one black dude said to Megyn Kelly, who's an NFL player with he and his wife who voted for Trump, black people like Mexicans, like Indians, like Middle Easterns or whites, no one group, although people will alike people will hang out with alike people, there'll be communities like Harlem or East Los Angeles or Monterey Park with Asians. There's not a hive mentality. Not everybody's on the exact same page agreeing with everything all the time. People are going to disagree. And I respect your opinions, even if I sound like I'm not. I don't like them. And I don't think they're great opinions. Orange man bad is not a great opinion. Orange man bad, Elon bad, because he's dumb is not an opinion. It's just, you're just saying what other people are telling you. Besides that, okay. So yeah, that whole thing turned sour. And so the reporter was asking about Poland, but Megyn Kelly said that he's going to come back. Zelensky's going to come back and he's going to grovel, which he has to, because the U.S. does hold all the cards. But more importantly, I think that you just don't mess around. I've never liked Zelensky since the Obama era. I always thought he was a dictator when I first saw him. But I got a couple of minutes left. Now with Pam Bondi, that was a disappointment. It looked like a very bad press release. And I think somewhere I have it here that she's going to go after people. Okay. This is Anna Paulina's tweet. This is great. Fire them. The American people want to see the documents. We want to see the documents. Can't even begin the investigation on our end until they are released. So Pam Bondi says she'll be finding and firing the individual who held the Epstein documents from her. This is her here. I want to review everything before I make a conclusion. I will find out who they are, and they will not be working for us anymore. So that's that. I heard she got into a disagreement with Kash Patel. I have to believe that Trump got Kash in there and Pam Bondi to get work done and not fuck around. So it was a disappointment. It does make her look bad. It's not a good look. And this is the time right now for Pam Bondi to do damage control and save her reputation. Don't make Trump regret taking you on and putting you there and nominating you, getting you hired. Do the right thing and try to figure out what's going on. We still got time. It's been almost 60 days. Let's see if we can do it in 60 more. Nobody wants to see the victims. I want to see Tom Hanks in prison. I want to see Whoopi in prison, John Cusack, some of these people, because those kids are going to speak English. Some of those foreign kids on that island. That'll make the Catholic Church confessions seem like tattletale on the schoolyard in elementary school. We're going to find the fuck out. Fuck around, find out. That's it. If you want to do more research, look through my timeline. Look at different Megyn Kelly. That's a good start.